turnover and converted into an opening touchdown. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. Doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
To throw on 3rd down. Cunningham. He'll check this down to Johnson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll try and throw for it here. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Cunningham. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
He's got the Hall of Famer, Fred Biletnikoff, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Operating from the gun. Cunningham escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Fred Biletnikoff, 28 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On 3rd down, Jackson out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 7-7, our score after one. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On third down, Cunningham. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Bolitnikoff in motion right. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On third down, Johnson.
Bring in the second string. Bring in the second string.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick, and the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now Jackson On the move to... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Let's go. 180. To what? Mike 50. 180. I got it. Shot.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
60 Maverick. Hey.
On 1st down, it's Cunningham. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Eagle, Brian Dawkins. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Screenplay, Johnson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decide to run a little screenplay. Maybe get their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former Eagle, Brian Dawkins. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jackson on 1st down.
It's our time. It's our time.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Dragon 60.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Go, go, go.
Throwing to start the drive. Cunningham. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
19, 5 here. Cougar 19. Set.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
18, 18, go.
To throw on 3rd down, Cunningham. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
That's it, baby. We got one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their block.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
58 right there. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They run. It's Johnson, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Hey, check Mike.
Throwing to start the drive. Cunningham. That'll be caught by Biletnikoff. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
Toss wide side. This is Johnson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Y'all playing the wrong football. 57's the mic.
On 3rd down, Cunningham. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Okay, ready?
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
4 down. Buffalo 18.
On 4th down, Cunningham. Flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Running from the gun, Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Sliding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Mike, 58 right there. Double dog. That's a lot. 58. No, we changed it. 58's Mike.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cunningham. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Oh, you got deep?
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Off the draw, here's Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Up the middle, Johnson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it.
180. Sit up. 180. Finish it up. Sit up.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Finish up.
3 bucks. 58, right over there.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To Johnson again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll try and run. Dillon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Bullock's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get that ball. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
57's the Mike.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Slot man moves right.
79 Broncos.
24 is the Mike. So we got man.
They'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
19 Lions.
24 is the Mike. Watch the backer. 24 is the Mike.
Let's set a tone.
Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Trap 60.
57's the Mike. 57.
Back to throw.
Championship, baby.
Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance. We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case, because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, it's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
58.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.